Hello, Bonsai beginners. So today we're going to do an activity to correct this reverse taper of Tamarinds. Okay, so you see, there is a reverse taper. This is a tamarind from seed, and tamarinds are notorious for reverse tapers. See? This girth here is thinner than the one here, so it's a reverse taper. So these wounds are cut, marks from cuts because the root was bulging like that. So I worked on this for 3 days, since 3 days ago, and now I am planning to split the trunk. Okay, so that's the view. Supposedly the front should be here, but or here. So I want to move this a little bit that way. So this root should be a little bit here, and so we have to cut here. So so firstly, we're going to tie here, just so that the cracks won't go as much up. Okay, so we'll tie it here and we'll cut after that. So, dire. Yeah, okay. Sige, ikot. Next time. Oh, ano lang. Ay, nagdugla. So, I'm making videos on how I work with my plants, my bonsai, so that you beginners will have a sort of a workshop demo, and somehow it will also mimic to increase your experience by looking at other people's work, because that's how I learned. Also, I attend bonsai workshops and I watch them, but those are in actual, but probably in video it's always the same. Go. So we are trying to make a cut, and probably later, as we already have a notch, we can hammer this with chisel and let it crack on its own through the grain. Jadi na po sa ako adong puli-puli lang lang. Ora ato itakilid ang kuandong. Puli-puli ta dong, oh. Puli-puli ta ako na po dire para makita nila. So actually we have already made such a, I think we'll just work with the chisel. So atong kanon silsil ta dong. We have loosened this from that pot. Actually we're supposed to wash this soil so that, okay, we will remove this from the pot. Then work with the chisel. Butangan siguro ito kahoy dito. Okay. So we're going to work with chisels now. Di pa doon sa gabas. Yeah. Sa sigarano. Dungag sila, kaya dungagin na paglaing chisel. So we are already starting to crack it. Tira dong. Ang kawayan na nimo dong. kawayan. Tudli. Ako. That's too big. Kana, sige na. Kana na, kato na. Ako ra. Dili. Move a little bit here. Ito din gamit ito ganyan na kawayan ba? Okay. So, a little bit more again. Itong kawayan daw. Hindi. Itong kawayan daw. Thanks. Yeah. Hindi. Kato lagi ako. Kamu po. Okay. Kaya sa ka.
Ikaw isa nila.
Lagi. Ako ibutang sa ka. Sakla. Okay, bukan tayo eh.
Ibabag ko na siya, ibabag.
Ha?
Tindog ito yan. Slanted. Diagonal. Kang anak.
Sakto na yun, buwak mo. Sige, isa. Luagi ang kuwan daw. Luagi. Ito kang itik-tuyag. Sige, itik-tuyag daw. So basically this is it. This one now is bigger than here. So what we're going to do is maybe fill some stones or just leave this for some time such that this will heal and this will heal, and maybe you have now a two trunk or two root system. Butangan lang din na to glue dire. Okay, so that's it. We're going to follow this up with maybe 3 months from now. If this heals, then we'll make another video then. Okay, so we'll be applying sealant, or we are just using glue, office glue here. Basically, okay, that's the job. So we cannot put something that will close this one because this is so far from each other. So we will just let this heal separately. This will heal and this will heal. So hopefully it will look like that. Sort of, it has to fit, but that's the way. That's the best that can be done with that correction for the reverse taper. So we did not disrupt the roots because this was just worked out 3 days ago. Then, and also Tamarindos are notorious for have very sensitive roots, and when I repot, the passing percentage is just about 50%. So actually I've lost a lot of this tamarind. So that's it. We'll make a turn dome. So we'll make a 360 turn. Okay. So this is our front, and this is now wider. If you can notice, then this is wider than any of the part above. Okay. So good morning. Tamarind that we worked about a month ago, or no, just 2 weeks ago. So we tried to correct this reverse taper here. See, if you look at it this way, it's basically the same, no taper. So what we did is we split the trunk like this one, if you can see it. And then, as you can see, it has thrive and it has many shoots, including here. So if you look at it this way, supposing this is already filled up, that's another problem. That's another stage of work wherein we're gonna fill in something here. The taper is okay if you look at it here, from here. See? But there's another problem when you look at it that way, that side, or this side, it's still it still has bad taper. So what I plan to do now is to split this again. So splitting this again would make it to a four split. So this is now the major root which I am going to split, and then also on this side I'm going to split. So I'll start working with my root cutter. So I'll position my root cutter and try to split it equally as possible. I'm now then I'll follow it up with a chisel. See, so it's not perfect, but then I'm going into it. See, I'm going to split the roots. Okay, the rock is still there, the rock which I used to split. So I'm now going to insert the chisel. So I need a hammer. So now I'm going to follow it up with the chisel. Okay, then. Okay, then work up. So this has survived because we haven't touched the root first yet. We haven't touched the root yet, and you should know that tamarinds have very sensitive roots. Okay. So this is for this side. Okay. Now I should put something that should hold it. So the bamboo is too thick. Should have something like that. And then I'll work on the other side. So I'll try to divide equally as possible. So like that. Then, what's that? You can see it clearly. See? Work down. So the result will be a four splits. So if this survives it, which I think it will, then the next thing to do is to do root works. We'll divide until, but my plan for the root is, there's a problem. The problem here is that the boundary is not equal. So what I actually plan is to root above here. It's either I'll use the debarking technique, or I'll use the tourniquet technique. So here as well.
Okay.
So I can I'll try to insert my bamboo stick here. Oh, the bamboo is still too... Okay, anyway, you can see there are already 4 splits. So anyway, I'll try to stick something which is very much cut. So I'll try to insert stick here. Like that. Okay. Then on the other side as well. Okay, the other side is really a big opening. Okay. So basically that's it. So we now have 2 splits. I'll work down further. So for now it will be like this. Then we will put it in the sun again and see if this survives. This survives the surgery. Okay, we'll insert more. This one. See, hopefully. Okay. So we'll get farther. Go farther. I think we need to cut here. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so that's the bark which is split. Then this other stick will be crossing in that direction. A little bit up. Okay, no root work for now. Just this. So I'm going to make it turn. So you can see there, very big opening now. This opening and this opening. See? So here and there. So we try to look at the barks or the trunk. And imagine that this is filled up, because this is another stage filling this up. After this will heal. Okay. So the next thing is to do is I will try to make rooting here. What I'm doing now is I'm choking the bark, the individual barks, or the trunk. It's not actually the bark, sorry. So since the trunk now has 4 feet, 1, 2, 3, and 4, I am expecting that with this, as this grows, this feet will be choked and it will produce roots there. So this is one technique to produce rooting. The other one is debarking, and this one is the choking or the tourniquet technique. So I'll still do this one more. There's another. Okay. So, but this has to be buried in the ground. So this means it will be removed from this pot and put into a flower pot or in the ground. And we will try to grow this in a big flower pot in 2 years or 3. 2 years or 3, this will become large, and this will be rooted here, and the taper will be pronounced, and we may fill this one with something. That one now is very tight, so if this trunk would grow, then there is no other way but to root here. But again, the requirement is that you have to put this in the ground, or you have to put something high enough, an extension, then put soil in that so that this will be submerged and this will root from here. So maybe that's what I'm going to do. Meanwhile, then once this has already rooted, so for example in a year or 2, then that's the time I will cut this existing roots and rely only with these roots, and then probably put in on the ground, or well, it depends on, I don't know what to do yet, but for now that's it. So these wires are used to encourage rooting above the wires. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4. It seems you have 4 trunks, and they're all together there. Okay, so tanaw ko nung layo nga view para makita nila ang tibok kahoy. So that's the tree on its second stage of surgery. So we will put something here to dip this in the ground, but for now that's it. So I'm going to make it 360 so that you can see. I'll do it more slowly. Focus direct. So that's it for now. Hope you learned something. I'll be posting updates when the next time I work on this, so maybe a month from now. Have a nice day. Cut. Oh.